I think it finally registered here. Here we go. So if you can hear me, give me that thumbs up or say something. Welcome to Create on the Fly. I'm France Martin. Most people know me by Frenchie. And you can find more of my creation at frenchiestamps.com. Today it's going to be it's about four techniques. I'm making four cards. We're all going to use all. I'm going to use foil, silver foil, and gold. Last month, I challenged my team with the gold and the silver foil. And so you're going to see on my blog in the coming week many sample. Someone did the black ice. That's a popular one with a foil. It was just a few techniques. So I wanted to show more technique. So I said, join me tonight. I told that to my team that I'm going to share some techniques. So I think it's going to be kind of fun. Talking what else? Housekeeping. Okay, we get new product release this month, online exclusive for November, and two new kits. Okay, let me flip that and let's get started. Okay, so you guys know that I think that's better. That foil, it's don't absorb ink, right? So I got here a pretty peacock. I thought that would be a color that would be easy to show. So let me show you on gold and silver. So this, I just cut the paper, okay? It come in 12 by 12, it's 2 sheet. So if I go this way or this way, so I just put the ink on it, and you know what? We don't, maybe let's, 1 minute. Playing with my, okay. So you see, I get the ink there and the ink over there. But look what's going to happen when I take my rag and it wipe right off because it's water-based ink, so it don't absorb at all. The same with the gold. See, it won't stay there except if you would emboss it or wait for Frenchie step here. So we're going to get started. I used the 3D embossing folder. It was low inventory, so I hope it's still there. That if you want it, get it now before it's sold out again. Because like I said, it come in, it come out, come in, come out. So the first thing that I'm going to do to absorb the ink, I'm going to do with the gold, this one. I'm going to use a sandpaper. So you can use a sandpaper. You can use those nail file. Where is it? Oops. Sweater on the floor. 1 minute here. So we used to sell them, but now you can get them, they say at Sally or even at Walmart, I think, in the with the nail polish and such. So you could use this, and so see, now you get the silver there. Or you can take a very light sandpaper. I'm using this just because it go faster here. Okay, now I'm gonna, that make a little dust there. So now you can see I get white and silver. So really, to get white and silver on one sheet, you could do it this way, right? Or now I am using 91% alcohol. You could use 70% too. I didn't try it with tequila, but you can try it with tequila. I have no clue, okay? And this bottle here, I got it on Amazon. It's like for, at the nail salon, they use that. and you just squeeze it. Now you're going to say, oh, they got some purple one, some blue one, and such. Don't be a fool to buy for the pretty. You want to buy that it works. So this one here, close tight. You heard that? So it's going to stay in there. A lot of them don't close that and they just evaporate, okay? So you want one that close tight. Okay, so we get this. Let me just do a little bit more on this. Okay, so this is the sanding technique, but it's not done. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, this one here, I want to show you something. So I could take my ink pad just like I show you just on the strip, but I want to show you on this. So now you see, you get that pretty blue, right? But watch. Pretty blue, it's gone. Completely gone. The pretty blue won't stay because it's water-based. If you get stays on, it would. Or you can use your alcohol. And these are very cool here. It's, again, just the nail wipe. That's what I use with that bottle. I absolutely love it. Other people, that what they do, oops, 1 minute here. I need to shut this. If not, I don't have a place to stand. Oh, this is in the way. You can put your cleaner for stamps too in there, okay? You wouldn't waste a kill on that? Well, you can drink and scrap at the same time would be good, right? So I got alcohol on that, and then I'm going to rub this. This one here, it don't really show much than when you do the alcohol, okay? But see what's happened? So now I'm going to put, it could be some of the blue residue a bit, but it's the silver also. I'm going to take my inky rag and wipe this. Now I'm using Pretty Peacock here. So, okay, this one, it's with alcohol wipe. This one, it's sandpaper, okay? Now remember, the ink was not absorbing there. Now I'm going to take my ink. Oh, you're going to love it, Kathy, the bottle. Now, you're going to take your ink pad and just drag it. See how much it absorbed compared to earlier? I'm going to have inky finger, I know that, but. So now you almost got a different color of foil here. Okay. Now, oops, I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to wipe it. And you want to let it dry a bit, and then it's going to absorb again. I'm going to, here we go. Okay, let me let it dry there for a bit. Now, this one here, it's the one we sand. So you see, now you get the two-tone, right? Then we're going to drag. I didn't know how blue and the peacock and gold would look, but you know what? It's very rich. Very, very rich. So this is going to absorb just where it got, see, it's good to wash your hand too. Just where you got the sanding part on. I just want to wait a little bit that it absorbed there. So while that, let me move this a bit. Okay, now let's wipe that. So you see it's pretty dark, but it's going to light up just because, you know, the top, it's, here we go. Et voila. So you get that blue tone to it. Okay, so that's the silver. To absorb more the ink, it's better if you sand like this one here. Et voila. So you see there, I get more. You can always go back and do a second coat. And then I'm going to go back. And I like to drag my ink pad. So you do that at your own risk, okay? So now we're going to let that dry there. Now let's go with my favorite technique. And it's the easiest technique. You can tap, absolutely, you can tap the ink pad. I just drag mine. I'm not afraid to. Yeah, you can, absolutely, you can tap it. So let me remove some of that dust there. See if you tap. It's just, there. I'm going to be honest, the reason why I don't like usually to tap, I got lines. But yes, you can tap. I'm going to tap a little bit here. Most of it, see the line? That's what I'm talking about. So that's why I like to drag. No, a sponge dauber or a blend, you could. It's just it's going to go a lot in the back too. So you could use it. Absolutely, you could. I just love to use my ink pad directly. Okay, now this one is completely gold. And watch what's going to happen with just alcohol. That is it, okay? I didn't sand it. I didn't do nothing to it. Just using my alcohol with my sponge here, or it's not a sponge, it's, see, you get all that gold off. And I think my silver, I didn't rub it enough. I could have rubbed it more to absorb more the ink, but okay, I won't do more than that. But now you turn your gold foil into the two-tone. You get gold and silver. That's that's one of my favorite technique of tonight. Okay, just tap it dry. Now we're going to make the cards. So let me, oh, I need my, okay, so you know when I use black cardstock, I got one here, that I always say it's way better if you do a full insert. And the reason why, usually we don't send ourselves a card, right? But if somebody send you a card that the card base it's black, blacks seem to really rub off. Look how dirty it is. You see that it looked very filthy, dirty. So to cover that up, it doesn't matter if it's embossed or not. When you send whatever, make a card with black cardstock, it won't to rub off on your insert. So here how I cut at this is the easiest way for me than doing the 3/8, 7/8 and such. I go at 5 1/4, and then I score at 4 1/4, and then I remove, I go at 4 inch. So voila. Now we're going to take this. I think that is correct. Let me okay, let me remove this dirty thing here. Yes, so you see I got a very good, you know what? It's, I should have went 4 1/8 just a little bit. So let me shave a little bit more so it just a bit so it's more proportion. Now I want to emboss the bottom. So this is going to be my top. This is my inside bottom. So I'm going to put it inside here, right at the line about, or a little bit more, doesn't matter. And I'm going to keep this open and I'm going to emboss this. Because I'm not using any stamp tonight. I'm just using the embossing folder really in ink. Ink in the folder. Voila. Now I get the inside decorated like the front. Now to attach that, I'm going to put glue in the back there. Put this over here. Close it. Open it up. And there. You just need a bit of glue on both. It don't have to be, voila. So that way it's going to stop. So this one here, I'm going to put it with this. So I won't have another layer. So you could have, some bling. You can have some ribbon, whatever you want, okay? And now I get glue on my hands. Okay. Oops, I'm going to go this way. Oh, I had a bigger piece than what I needed. Or was my black the right? Yeah, I need to cut this at 5 1/4. Is that 4? Yeah. Okay, just a little piece over there. And I'm going to put that right here. See, I don't even put an extra layer or nothing. Okay, those, and I get glue all over. 1 minute. I need to... Okay, now I emboss on silver, gold on silver, and I emboss on black, gold on black, silver on black, and then pretty peacock here, both colors. This one I'm going to use gold. See, that was my glue in my hand. Okay, 1 minute there. Where is my okay, so I'm going to use the gold, and here's my scissors. Here we go. And I'm going to put that right there where it's very sticky. Let me put that on with dimensional. I got ads. I shouldn't have ads. And I'm going to put that right here. Et voila. Can you see the two-tone there? Very elegant, I think. Okay. Now, the same thing, I want insert for the other card's going to be, I'm going to do it on the long way, both of the two cards. And I'm going to cut that at 4, well, let's cord that first at 5 1/2. And cut that at 4 1/4. Now, it's the same for the insert. I just put 1/4 of the insert there, and I'm going to take my folder, and that you emboss one way or the other, it doesn't matter. See, If you get on the long way, I'm going to put it this way. You cannot put over there because it won't go in the machine, okay? So right there, I'm going to emboss that. See, now I get this one. Now I'm going to, here, this one going to be at the bottom. See, you're going to still going to put it this way. Now I'm going to feed it in my machine this way. Okay, now let's do, I'm going to do the silver here. I think it's time that I wash my inky rag. What do you guys think? That could have been more wiped off. Here we go. Now I'm going to use the silver with the pretty peacock here. And I got some silver here. I'm going to go ahead and glue that with glue dots. Yeah, because I click no ads Terry on the live, so that's why I'm like, it shouldn't happen. Et voila. I think I can push it back a bit. There we go. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, this one for some reason it don't do like the other one I did. I think maybe I rub it more. So if you want to absorb the ink, I would say sanding it's much better. That is so weird. Here we go. And then we're going to go ahead and put that here. Let's make sure. Yep, it's still too long. Oh, I know, because I cut that at 5.5, the one that I was cutting those sheets. Here we go. Now I got it. Okay. I'm going to put that this way. So you see no layer, no nothing. Very, very simple. And then I'm going to use glue dots. I don't understand why some are getting ads right now. That it's bugging me. Et voila. Okay, I'm going to get some blinks. And I truly believe that with the silver, the just the plain rhinestone, the regular rhinestone, it's the winner. I really like the way it looks. And really, the camera don't do justice. Oh, put that pin there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got that one. Now we're going to put the matching. My hands are a little bit. Look like I'm dying. Okay, let's put, and you can put the deboss too. You know what? I'm going to put the deboss on this one. The deboss look very good too. I'm going to put that over here. And voila. See that blue tone? Okay, so we get this. Now we're going to do this one. Okay, let's wipe this back. Oh, see, it's pretty much all absorbed. Because you know what? It's because we resanded, and because I'm really rubbing this one here, for some reason, it's still coming off a bit. So I would make sure to rub a lot of alcohol, because you're going to see the one I did was it stay up. So I think that, or maybe sanding a bit would be better. I almost feel that's a failure here tonight. Okay, here's the goal. Now, okay, the goal and the pretty peacock like that, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not my favorite one. So let me get black. I'm just going to do a little layer with the pretty peacock. I'm still going to use the pretty peacock, but I'm going to do a little layer of black. So 5 and 3/8 by 4 and 1/8. I think that's going to, the gold and a green, I don't know, it's not my favorite. So that's why it's called Create on the Fly, right? See, just, oh, it's still too long. Yeah, I really look like a Smurf, you bet. They were all cut at 5.5, and I know why, because it's the paper I was sending to the team. So I always cut it the easiest one from a 12 by 12. So it is 5.5 to fit in a envelope by 4, so I can have 3 rows. Okay, see, the black really make that stand out. Now I'm going to put that here, and it's going to go. Even if I put it this way, I can have my thing on the other side, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Oops. Oh yeah, just that little bit of black. I don't know how much the camera, you don't really see it. It really, really make a difference. Okay, so now I will use the black with the gold. So I'm going to cut this way, this way. And let's do a strip of gold. So let's use glue dots. Here we go. Oops. Put that right here. And I'm just gonna, and this was just scrap gold I had there, really. Oh, this one, it's, here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to use dimensional. Here we go. And I'm going to put that right. Okay, and let me, what did I do with my paper? It's here someplace. Here we go. So see, even I could have it for the bottom this way, but even this way look good. You can have the strip that way. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, did you see what I did? Here we go. Got it. I'm surprised. Well, I shouldn't talk too fast that my fingerprint don't show on those that white, right? Okay, et voila, et voila. So really, um, the camera don't do justice, but you see how you can add extra color and get, this is my favorite one, the two-tone. Absolutely love it, and it's the easiest thing to do, really. So let me show you the other one that I did. So this one, it's in the blackberry, and this one here was sanded. You can even see the strike of the sanding on top of it. So so I said 4 technique. Really, you can just emboss. So that was the plain embossing. Okay, so really you get 3 techniques plus a plain embossing here. And here is the one that I use just the alcohol. And this one here, I didn't use Pretty Peacock. I use Misty Moonlight. See, it's just a very soft, and see, it don't come off, not at all. I can rub and it don't come off. So I'm thinking this one, I didn't rub enough the alcohol because really it won't, well, now it's staying. Maybe you want to let it dry. Maybe even eat set it would be better. And this is the two-tone. And see, this one I use the ephemera pack. So quick, easy, no stamping. Boom, it was done. Now, all the happy birthday come from, I already, stamp it with Versamark and then emboss it with gold or silver. That's the stamp said the right words. And I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm 99% sure this will retire here in April because it's a red rubber. So it is one that got very nice greetings. So if you want it, maybe you want to get it now before it's too late. I am one that will absolutely miss the red rubber. Yes, I'm a red rubber girl for detail stamp, but it is what it is, right? So here it is. So what is your favorite technique? So let me move. These are the same, okay? We just alcohol the top to make the ink absorb. This here, it's just alcohol. Both cards, it's on that gold. So now you get gold and silver. You get a two-tone. And then this here, it is sanded, and then you put the ink on top. You can use dauber, you can use blends. I prefer dragging my ink pad, but if you don't like that, absolutely use those things. Yes. So now I wanted to show you in the 2 colors. So you got it in the silver, and then you got it in the gold. And that's, scratch. I say scratch, whatever, sanded. Yeah, sanding, it's very cool too. If you want to add color that, not stays on, absolutely. So they are easy, John. Seriously, they are easy. And really, they're all easy. So that is it. The foil also was low inventory when was out, but they're gonna come back if you look for them and it's a unavailable. It's just temporary, okay? So don't worry about that. They will come back. Now, do you want to see a sneak peek of what I'm going to do next week? I'm sure you say yes. So let me get that. It's a little bit of Northern Light. And I don't have this stamp set. I borrow it from Holly because I had many snowflake from the past. So this is the stamp set I'm going to be using next week. And these are some cards that I kept in my technique. This is from the past, okay? It's like Northern Light. So here is the one that I did. I did a French knot in the center. Yes, that ribbon it's retired, but it's other ribbon that could be. So you see, and I was playing with different color. And here is another color. See, I think it looked like those Northern Light. And here is more in the yellow here. Less green, more yellow, pink, pink, purple in there. So that's what we're going to do next week. So if you get any snowflake stamp, you can work with me at the same time. So you want to stamp your snowflake with Versamark and emboss it with white. Okay, that part's going to be done in advance. And then I want you to bring some bright colors, some yellow, some maybe green, pink, and then I want you to have a dark blue. Or black would work too, but I like to have the sky more in a dark blue. So emboss, it's on the white cardstock, and emboss your snowflake. And then I use dauber. You talk about dauber tonight? That I love my daubers for that. Yes, we're going to do the inking after we emboss. So if you want to prepare your paper, just use a whatever, four by 5 1/4, whatever. Emboss your snowflake, or even if you don't have snowflake, you get trees or whatever. Do whatever you have and emboss that in white. And then we're going to do the sponging. I like to use dauber for this technique. Maybe some of you like to use maybe the blending brush, whatever that work for you. I prefer because you see the streak, it's the size of a dauber. Okay, that's why I think I like dauber. So use kind of bright color like yellow. My green was Granny Apple Green, my Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo. I use Island Heather. I rather prefer the Flirty Flamingo for this one. You can even use some reds. So get your paper ready and your ink, and you guys can work at the same time. So that's about it, my friend. I don't see no question there. Yeah, I get all the dark here because it get too light. Oh, too light on the down. So that's about it. Till next time, happy stamping and see you next week, same time, same place. Bye bye for now.